Alright. I do a bobblehead run. Sometimes it's just easier on a private world. Not always. I will probably get all of my nuclear colas while I'm out too.
Hey, was that the Brahmin I heard? Everything all right out there?
Alright. So typically I'll start up here and end up here. Go the crosshair to begin with. And some of these spots have magazines and bobbleheads. Some have multiple bobbleheads, some just have one. It just varies. But I'll show you where it's at. Alright, so there would be a bobblehead right there. Magazine over here. And a magazine up here. So we struck out here. Go down here. This was kind of a pain, just because there's a bunch of people and we throw Molotovs, but it's not that big of a deal. So there would be a fusion core and a bobblehead right there. We are not having good luck. And the magazine right there. That is not there. Awesome. There would be a bobblehead there, but obviously you're not going to find any. And a magazine back here. And again, there's nothing. Forgot about this place, but the way things are going. Alright. Should be a bobblehead there and a magazine up here. Obviously, there's nothing. So we'll go down here and try down here. I might have to go collect a bunch of stuff and then reload. We'll see. If I have to do that, I'll destroy the public world. Alright, there would be a bobblehead up there. Oh, and a bobblehead right here. And one right there. Well, this is terrible. There'd be a magazine there. And a magazine there. And obviously there's not going to be anything anywhere. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Pretty low level death claw up here. But there would be a magazine there. There's nothing. And a cap stash over here that is not there. This is terrible. And this is where the bobblehead would be. Alright, let's go down here. Alright, there would be a bobblehead right there and a magazine over here. But, yet again, there's nothing. And be one on top of that bed. What do you know? There's not. So, might as well try. There's only one over the teapot, but haven't had any luck with anything else. It'd be right there. Go here first. So I cut off over here first.
Level 2 nuclear alert. Repeat, this is a Level 2 nuclear alert.
If you don't have a jetpack, you'll have to jump around.
Has suffered a critical failure. Hazmat teams are en
Right,
route.
there'd be one here.
Remain indoors and await further instructions.
There'd be a magazine. Nope, there's a magazine right there. Finally found something. Cool. And there'd be one up here. And there would be a bobblehead over here, but obviously nothing. And lastly, there'd be a magazine over here, if there is still one. Nope. No magazine. It's crazy that I haven't found one bobblehead yet. So get this little dude there. Back here. There would be one there. This is terrible. I'm gonna try 2 more spots. And if I don't find one, either spot, I'm gonna go collect a bunch of stuff and then reload this and try it again. There's a magazine here. Sometimes it's in this rack. Be a bobblehead right up here and on this ledge. And that'd be one right there. And finally, there'd be one right there. But again, obviously, we're not meant to find any right now. Alright, so the last place I'm going to look is over here. Now make out point. There, trading post. If there's not one here, I'm going to go collect a bunch of stuff. Reload. This is crazy. Hey, got one. Alright. Well, since that one's there, let's just finish out the run. Go to Sallow Grinders. And if you ever need to get a Wendigo and you can't find one, people typically forget about the one over here. I find that not a lot of people come to this part of the map very often. There'd be a magazine up here. It's also part of our sugar bomb run. There'd be one sugar bomb, that is. There'd be sugar bombs over here. Magazine. There would be one right here. Look at that.
Another glorious day in the U.S. Army.
And upstairs is the Wendigo. And there would be a bobblehead right there. Awesome. And jump over here. Alright. And come up to the train yard. And don't worry about that unless you need to do an event. It's pretty easy. Shoot that. There'd be a bobblehead right there. One right there. Magazine on this chair. Bobblehead right there. And the bobblehead over here. It'd be right there. Alright. So it seems like the obscure places I'm finding the bobbleheads. Just crazy. There'd be one right here. Bobblehead, that is. And over here is a magazine that is not there, but it'd be right in between these two. So we can come up here, see if there's a bobblehead over here. Willing to bet there is not. And granted, some of this is, if you've gone far enough in the storyline, you have all this stuff unlocked. There'd be a bobblehead right there. You know, I'm probably missing some along the way, but I don't really care. It's just the route that I take. Let's go to the Torrance house. Torrance house is kind of an Easter egg. It's modeled off of The Shining, or at least that's the theory. It's very Shining Romanesque.
Still alive. How am I still alive?
Alright, there'd be a bobblehead right back here. It's a good spot for teddy bears too. That and the nuclear power plant. Be a magazine up here, but I haven't found that magazine in a while.
Your cooperation is requested.
And all the way over here, on this corner, there'd be a bobblehead. And of course, there's not one. I don't know how many spots we go to so far, but there's not a lot so far. It's kind of crazy. Normally I have better luck than this. Alright, I come over here. There'd be one right here on top of that. And right over to here. There would be one over here. And there is not. Let's see if there's a magazine downstairs. And there is not. There's a magazine upstairs somewhere, but I always have a hard time finding it, so I don't mess with it. And if we hop down over here on this ledge, I think it's right there is where we're supposed to be. Again, I never find them over there. Alright. This is where I'm going to collect stuff. But there's also a bobblehead up here. So I'm going to go ahead and do both. There's just a couple ghouls in here. One back. Thought I heard him down there. Alright, let's just start collecting everything here. Yeah, this is the spot for burnt books if you need it. But everybody knows this is the spot for them. So collect everything in this house, and I mean everything that you can see. I'm sure you'll miss some stuff, but collect as much as you can. And I forget how many it is, but it'll reset everything, and bobbleheads should appear after that. You probably have to join another world though. Which is fine. Server hopping is acceptable. There's always a board game right there too if you can find a board game. So many books. Grab this stuff here. And that should be enough. Just to be sure. Alright, let's get rid of this stuff. Alright, there would be a bobblehead right there. And when you know it, there's not. So I'm going to go back to camp. I'm going to reset, join another server, and then continue on with the run, see if we have better luck.
Hey, was that the Brahmin I heard? Everything all right out there?
Alright. Let's keep on going. We checked there. Alright. Portside Pub. There would be one right there. And the magazine right there. I'll take that. At least we're finding something. There's a magazine over here, but that's sometimes tricky to get to if there is one. So I come over here, grab the grenade or a mine, see if I have any other grenades on me. Yeah. And throw it back there. See if the magazine pops out. Oh. Moving on. There'd be a bobblehead right there, and a magazine on that. Alright, try the prison out. It's not going very well. Again, it's easier to do if you have beaten the game, got a jetpack and all that.
Today's security rounds. All available guards report to my office immediately.
Yeah, there would be a bobblehead up here. Sometimes it falls down, but there's not one there. There'd be a bobblehead back over here. Watch out for the mine. And then bobblehead right there. Awesome. Come inside. And there'd be one right there. Alright. Nothing there. Move on up here. So many ghouls in this place. It's also another good spot if you need to, kill so many ghouls or cripple their legs or whatever. There's just a bunch there. Alright. Here's hoping. Alright, there would be a bobblehead right there. Be a bobblehead in this locker right there. magazine right there. And a bobblehead up there. And finally, one up here, which is crazy. Cannot believe I'm not finding anything. There's a bobblehead. As I said, I'm not finding anything. Cool. Like that. Alright. Come on down here. Bolton Greens. Kind of varies where they're at in here, so I just kind of check a few spots and move on. I found one here. There's one here this time. Found one over here before. Magazine that is. I never found a bobblehead there. Hop down. Get a bobblehead over here. Can't remember where. I think on one of these. But I don't see one anyways. Alright. Come to the ski resort. Hop up here. Nothing. Got a magazine here. Got a lot more magazines. Magazine here. Go down the stairs. Try for the pie. Didn't do it. Could be a bobblehead over here with the teddy bears.
Maybe you
Nothing
killed
there.
someone with one of my weapons. Think of me
Right.
when you do.
Try this one more time. Nope. Alright, moving on. Actually, let's go down here. Just want to be left alone.
Error. Failed to load small talk entry 023777496.
him. There'd be a bobblehead over here with the glue. Alright, be a magazine over here, but I'll take that fan. Bobblehead up there, and a bobblehead right there. So we're back to sucking. Man, come up here and see if we got one up here. There'd be a bobblehead right there. This is crazy. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and I'm gonna find all the bobbleheads. Magazine over here. Nope. Bobblehead right there. And a bobblehead right there. That's crazy. I don't know if I'm missing any place or not. I'm sure I'm missing something, but of my normal spots I go to, I don't know that I'm missing anything. But I'm gonna go down here, buy my Nuka-Cola, and move on. Maybe. No, no Nuka-Cola there. I don't know why I just checked that. I'm on a private server.
Would you like a balloon?
Right. And normally I'd go through the train stations and the vendors in here. But I'll do a Nuka-Cola run separate. Same thing with the sugar bombs and all the starlight berries and firecracker berries, all that stuff.
Wine, beer, and/or spirit.
Well, hello. Do you like Nuka-Cola? Don't be silly. Of course you do.
Here's an easy riddle for you. I am all around, but you
Right.
cannot see me. You know me, but I've not.
Well, that is a very uneventful bobblehead run, but if you follow that, maybe you'll have better luck than I. You can also have the perk cards on to help you locate them by sound. They're actually very helpful. I didn't use them for the longest time, and I'm not using them now. I just know everything is now. But under perception, right there and right there. Put those two on, and you'll actually hear where the bobbleheads are. You can kind of follow it. So you got 3 bobbleheads on that entire thing. It's crazy. And 3 magazines. It's terrible. Alright. Maybe I'll have better luck next time.